First college party, man. I've watched so many movies. I know what to expect. And even like I think I was 20 at that time, but they were saying the cops are here, so everyone was running out. Even the 21-year-olds that were running out on our teams, I was like, "Why are you guys running?" Like we realized that at the end, we're like, why did you run?" That can be draining, but I kind of want to change my perspective of things. So that's maybe have it like I wish I knew his name in the movie, but like hardball.
Coach Keanu Reeves. It was at Fifth Bar, and when I got there, I remember sitting down, drinking a fishbowl. Every time I had a fishbowl, it's a terrible night.
What's going on, everybody? This is another episode of Manitos Podcast. I'm Elejayjay, accompanied by my brother now from Toy Story,
Yo yo.
and we're back. Had a week off. Something came up, so we're recording this a little bit later. We're not posting it, normally how we were supposed to post it on Wednesdays. But that's life. But I think the main thing here is that we are staying consistent in terms of having a week off and getting right back to it. I think a lot of times you fall off the wagon, you steer to the left, but it's important to kind of, you know, it happens and acknowledge it, but we're back. So, how was your week off? Did you kind of like it? What were your thoughts of non-recording a podcast on a Saturday?
Not it was honestly felt like something was missing if I'm being honest. I was just like, wasn't something supposed to happen today? But it's like you said, it's good to have some time off, and definitely was needed. Felt like a nice little reset. Uh and I feel like I'm talking like in a hockey interview, and did good, and just had to go back out there and put pressure. Sorry, but no, it
That's
was
how you're
good.
going to be
I
talking soon after the games. The games are coming up, man. Like 3 weeks away.
Yeah, no, I still gotta practice for sure. I want to try and go to, I'm probably, you know what I'll do is I'll try to do that next week.
But you don't have your
Not next
skates.
week. It's
Like the
okay.
week
I'll
you're here.
rent.
Eesh. I mean, you could.
I know. I did that last time. Busted my shit. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't
So
know. I don't
embarrassing.
know how I feel about using worn skates. We'll see. I don't know if anything too the week you're here, because I don't think we're probably gonna start the second week of April. So the week you're here, you could probably sneak in on like a rat hockey or like a public skate, and then kind of get your feet under you and kind of go from there. What I noticed, for those that obviously new things that happened in the last week, I got asked to coach a U8 hockey team, so that's very exciting. Exciting. I stepped on the ice and I was like, oh, because I haven't skated at all. Um, I grabbed the puck and I tried stick handling and just was not there. I was like, whoa, okay, something's obviously it's muscle memory at the end of the day, so it won't take much to kind of go back. But when your muscles don't really use to like stick handles, your like wrist is moving back and forth. So definitely a good thing to kind of practice beforehand. But that's the men's league mentality. You take the fall off and then you jump right into the spring, into the summer season. So
Anything feels sore?
from skating, no, I mean I'm just skating. If anything, it's more of like energy wise. They're little kids, so I have to kind of be like, "Let's go, guys, come on." Um, that can be draining, but I kind of want to change my perspective of things. So that's maybe have it like I wish I knew his name in the movie, but like hardball.
Coach Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. So that's exciting. But besides the break, did you have anything exciting happen? Well, the week we were gone and until now.
I got. Did we talk about the car last time?
Yeah, we did. We mentioned about the car, but I mean, you can touch on it, and then we can also kind of go into um, something that you learned to drive or
Oh,
how to use, I guess. Yeah.
the shift paddles on my new new whip, and actually that brings me to a funny little point that I was going to tell you. I'm actually going to record the additions that I'll do to the car. I'm not going to be like a little influencer, but I'll definitely send it to you, and You let me know how it's put together. And this, you know what I mean?
No, you
Um,
should do it as an influencer, bro. Why not, man?
no,
Who cares?
I just no, it's not like that. I just meant more like, um, I don't know. I was just like it's because I'm not a car guy. I don't know a lot about cars, but I think what I've noticed was, well, again, to answer what changes again in my car, I learned how to use the shift pedals, and with thanks shout out to Strobes for teaching that and how to shift with them. It was awesome, and I got a few things to purchase for it to put together. My the cold air intake's coming in on Friday. Um, like I told you, I'm already waiting for come to see when my license plate is coming in. Excuse me, so sorry. And uh, the front lip splitter, and also the mud flaps. So it's gonna look really cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's a
And
lot of. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and you're gonna see the auto start too.
Yeah, it's a lot of things you're going to be doing, which is pretty cool. Um,
Yes, there.
but I don't know. I've never um, knew that you were kind of into cars like that. I mean, I guess you never really had a sports car. I mean, you did your Subaru, but you've been driving the minivan for a while, so now it's like you have like the car that you want. So it's like, why not mod it to make it more of the car that you want?
Yeah, and it's definitely. I wouldn't say it's a sport car, but like it is more of a. Yeah, it's just because it doesn't do bad. It's just like it's really fun. Good starter car that I got. I'm not gonna lie. I really like it, and like I told you, I'm just, it's gonna the colder intake. I think it was gonna add. It's not gonna do much of a difference for the performance. I mean, it will do slight difference, and there's a lot of people that say it's some are not good and some are, but you know, um, other than that, we're gonna do that in 2 weeks. I'm gonna put it in, I think, but we'll see because I need the tools and Connor's got them.
Oh, did you talk to him about the car?
Yeah, I ended up cruising with him
Oh,
one
you did?
day.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That's nice.
We went to golf too. The Lux.
Oh, you
Have
did?
you been there?
Oh, wait, did you just hit the golf balls?
Yeah, it was just
Oh,
like a little range, yeah.
like a Top Golf?
Yeah, exactly like a Top
Yeah.
Golf.
No, man, it's almost golf season.
$120 a person for 2 hours and a half.
Would it come with food or just hit balls?
Three pitchers. Oh shit, I spit.
Really?
Three pitchers. We had cheese
It
curds
came with
and
three
wings.
pitchers?
No, bro, no, we racked up this bill. We racked up this bill.
Oh,
This includes the tip. This includes the tip. I'm just saying, low key. Now that I think about it, that's actually not bad at all because we paid for 2.5 hours of golf, right? And then we got, and this is a self promo, 2 hours, 2.5 hours of golf, um, cheese curds, four wings each, and three pitchers of beer
for
for
one twenty.
$120.
That's not bad.
Is that bad?
No,
Because
no,
that's three,
that's
six,
that's
nine. No,
60
that's two
bucks a
beers
person.
a pitcher. Six, so six beers basically.
60 bucks a person. Not bad, bro.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not the best, but it's not a bad deal. Like if
Yeah, it's
you
one we
told me a
said
hundred,
it's once in a while.
yeah, I mean, you told me 120, and I was like, just on
Just like
golf,
you
and
with
then you said
just like Fogo
with
de
me,
Chão.
huh? Nah, bro, I'm mad as hell for that, bro. So obviously we're Catholic and we're celebrating the Lent season right now, and with that, you don't eat meat on Fridays. And one of my friends had a birthday party, not a birthday party, but a birthday dinner on a Friday at a steakhouse called Fogo de Chao, and it's all if you don't know what that is, it's all you can eat steak or meat. Um, and I got a salmon, you know, and I was gonna break. How do I say? I was gonna break the because no matter what came up, I always told myself that I'm always gonna follow this rule, right? So I was gonna break the rule of not eating meat on Friday, but I went with one of my buddies, and he said, "Yeah, I can't eat meat because of Lent," and I was like, "Damn, he's doing it, I should too. So he definitely helped me he definitely helped me stay on the wagon. Um, but other than that, like I don't know. I wish I could. I do want to go back and try the meat options that they have.
I've never went. So what if we? What if? Does mom work the first? All both
Yes. No,
both.
she just works one. But
So let
it's. I mean,
I know she's got to
but
fast an X amount of hours beforehand, but I think that'd be a great. Well, actually, is
yeah,
that
but
okay?
you're looking at 100. You're looking at a $200 dinner bill.
¿Y qué? ¿Está bien?
I don't know. I think we could probably. I mean, we could ask, but we'll see what she wants or how
And
what she needs to do.
yeah,
Cause it's coming up, man. It's coming up.
it's
Um,
okay.
but we'll see. We'll definitely have some opportunities to go there, Fogo de Chao, and
I gotta,
try
man,
their thing.
I gotta figure out what ¿cómo se dice? Uh,
How do you say love is cruel?
how do you say lobster score? Food,
Huh?
food. When I'm back there for cooking, or are we taking turns?
We could take turns.
Can you do the thing that you like?
If it's nice outside, I want to try doing it outside. So
We're
the
doing
whole
that for
house.
Easter. We're
Yeah,
doing
but
that
I
for
don't want the
Easter.
whole house. Wait, are you talking about the steak fajitas?
Oh
What are
yeah,
you
we
talking
could
about? You
do that
said that.
too.
But
I thought you were
what you
talking
said?
about. Yeah, that was originally
Yeah.
what I was saying, but you brought up doing it outside, so I was like, oh, we're gonna do that for Easter.
No, I was just referring to if it's nice outside, I'd rather cook that outside because it's so much like oil
Humo.
and the meat smell just it's just a lot. So might as well cook it outside,
Gotta make
which
sure
you
Bella's
can. So
inside.
I don't know, huh?
Gotta make sure Bella's inside, porque si
Why?
no va a brincar. Oh,
But it's not oil. You wouldn't use oil. It's on the grill.
I was wondering. I was like, so I guess you'd put. I guess it is a different kind of pan. So I thought you were just gonna put it on the grill. Que pendejo. That's you're
But we
going
shall
for.
see. We shall see. Um, but yeah. Um, let's see what is on the agenda today. Kind of. Do you have anything else like to kind of catch up on before we kind of get into the topic?
Think you missed one big thing, Jason. What are we no longer being a part of?
No
What
longer
have we
being
been
a.
talking about since the first episode, Jason? Wake up, Elejayjay. What is it?
Sorry, it is very late where I'm at, but we have made the executive decision to give everyone else a chance at winning the half marathon. We've decided to drop out. So we will not be racing in this year's MKE Run the 414 half marathon. Um, Events happened that we knew were going to happen, but we didn't know it was going to happen that weekend. So we have to say goodbye to our race, and it's no hard feelings. I think if anything, we both were kind of getting over running, so um, it kind of helps out and definitely focus on something else in terms of whatever workouts we're going to be doing. But we will no longer be running.
There's always next year, and there's always
Yeah,
other halves.
there is, and I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I can just like take the month off and then go back to it and run a half in like June or July. Um,
Mm.
but I don't know.
I
We'll see.
thought you meant like take a month off of work and strictly train.
Oh hell,
I was like, damn, bro.
no, my
But
mindset
no,
definitely has shifted from like the athlete side where it's like I have to, I have to, I have to, and now it's like in a good way, not in a bad way, but like in a way where it's like no one's telling me to do this. It's my free will. So you know what I mean? Like I have nothing to lose.
And it kind of ties into the exact topic that we were going to be talking about, and how, for me, thinking back, like I never got to experience that in my college experience, you know? Like, I do wish that that was something in the culture I was a part of. I do remember I only went to one skate at the university I attended. Um, and that humbled the fuck out of me just because I haven't skated in a while. The last time I skated was because I was 20. I was still 20 possibly. And when I got there, or maybe I was 21, I don't remember. But anyway, it was a humbling experience, and I never got to experience more than that because I couldn't commit, just because I knew it wasn't something I wanted after. But I just again always found it something fun. So just going back to the beginning of what you said, with the games coming up and everything in 3 weeks, and going back out on the ice, you know. So like in reference to the topic, Jason, why don't you say what it is we're gonna kind of be touching on?
We're gonna be talking about the life of college. We have a lot of like questions in general of saying like, did we even want to go to college? Like, how will we respond if our future kids say if they want to go to college? Like, what changed? Like, your perspective in college, did it change? Like, just everything about what kind of goes on through college students, which we both were or currently still are, um, while living that, because we both lived the out of state college experience. We both had separate experiences, of course, but we both kind of lived that, opposed to our sister who was in state, went to really good universities, but didn't experience living on her own. So, so yeah. So to start off, did you even want to go to college, bro? Like, what was your thought of it?
No, there was a time in high school where I remember vividly where I just realized I'm like I don't know what I wanted to do, and I was just ready to work for the rest of my life because I just felt like I never was one that was good with school or anything like that because I don't know, it just never felt for me, you know. And like I told you, there was one day where it was June and I still haven't signed up for anything. I mean, I not mandatory, but I was kind of, there was an option. There's called a, what was it called, college resource in senior year, like where you have to apply to colleges or trade or something like that, or like figure out your plan. What was it called? Do you remember?
I think it's just a career fair,
No, no, no.
like
There's
where
actual classes in
like a class.
there. Yeah, college. No, it was something college. Hell, I don't know. Anyway, that's where I was thinking. I was like, I wasn't gonna do this, and then the community college that was closest to us. I remember at this time too. I wasn't even really talking to Laura. I think she was still mad at me for something. I don't remember. But I remember her waking up because she threw a shirt at my face when I woke up. She said, "Come on, we're gonna go sign up for Oakton." Oh shit, dox myself again. Oakton, and then what's it called? We'll get Duncan after, and I'm like, bro. So then I got ready, and she did all the talking because he was asking me all these questions. I kept looking at her like that, and then he's like, "Well, you know the answer." I told him, I'm like, "I don't know. I got maybe I want to be a cop. I don't know, let me be a cop." And then, do you know what you want to do? I don't know if little sister remembers that, but I remember that too. It was funny. But no, I did not want to go to college. So that started my whole thing. My first year, anyway, I failed a class, bro. Well, fuck biology. No mames, bro. That shit was
That's
hard.
a hard class to
Um,
begin with, anyway. So
yeah, and then I fucking dropped out of calculus, pre-calculus. Was it calculus or pre-calculus? I don't know, but I dropped out of that math class that I was with Eddie, and so when I dropped out with like Eddie did it with me, and so did it, uh, and so that's why he had we had dropped out because it was so hard, like that was hard. So no, I mean, then honestly after I don't know what it was, but I just my grades started getting better, and out of nowhere I get accepted to the school that I ended up going to, and no, like again to answer the question, no, but it got me to where I am, you know? So going back to you, did you want to go to college?
so did you? So okay. So you said Lori took you and stuff. Um, and you don't remember a specific kind of switch that happened that was like, you know what? I like what I'm doing, and now I know what I want to do. Or was it kind of just like it happened so fast where you're just like one morning you wake up and you're crossing stage left, getting your diploma?
I'm gonna be honest. It started. I was 19. I remember being in McDonald's and even being in Oakton. I remember not knowing where I wanted to go, but I had this ex girlfriend who sat me down and kind of wrote down some colleges, and that was one of them, and like other schools around the area, and it was that pushed me to then choose that school outside of it, right? And then from doing that. Um, oh wait, where's my train of thought? It's helping me change with that. Oh my gosh, no, Jason, no. It was just I had this train that it was going good. It was going good. What was the question again? Sorry.
Was there a shift in your mind? Like, do you remember being like, okay, this like an exact moment in time?
And then when I got to the school, I remember I was saying that if I wanted to still do the police route or not, and I said no, not really, or at least if I did, I want to do that later on and not just being a cop, being a detective, if anything. So then that's when I switched to kind of social work and social services, because I found that would to be a route better for me, a better route for me, and so like the switch was honestly the way that everything was set up. I didn't know what I wanted to do this entire time, but I thankfully had um, like points where I can remember, and I'm like, dang, that actually did help me a lot because I wouldn't have done that if that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Or I would have like again, I'm grateful for that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so so that those are like kind of the moments of switches like where I felt like I'm like, dang, just it helped like getting a little help, a push, a little push. So I feel like that does that answer my question, your question about feeling that switch?
Yes, it does. Um, but I know you asked me like, what about me? And for me, I've always wanted to be a landscaper. I always wanted to have my own business in landscaping. And I remember in the summer, I got back from in college. Um, no, right before I entered college, I went in and I worked 2 years at landscaping, and I hated every single day. It was very hard. Like, again, you feel cool. It's very gritty work, and you feel like you've accomplished a lot, especially if you're building a patio or whatever it is. But it's just like, nah, man, like it's not for everyone, right? I still do like it. I still have a green thumb, but it's just more of like as a hobby. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I really in the beginning, I only went to school specifically um, to play hockey. Like as soon as like I learned about college hockey, it was like, oh, that's what I want to do, right? And to play college hockey, they say student athlete, right? You're a student first, so you kind of have to get good grades in order to become um, eligible to even get into a university that you want to play for. So that's when my mind shifted there. But my freshman year of college, it all was just about hockey. Like that's all I was focused on. Not that it's a bad thing, but I didn't really care about sports. Oh no, sorry, I didn't really care about school. Like I signed up for classes. I signed up for a major based on sports. Right? Not that it's a bad major, but it's literally called sports and entertainment business. Right? And I didn't even know my major until sophomore year because I would go to these clubs meeting. They're like, "What's your major?" And I'd be like, sports." I wouldn't even know. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So but it wasn't until sophomore year, right, where like middle of sophomore year, like a switch came on, and I was just like, huh, I think I want to focus on school a lot more. And then I just focused on school, right? I added another major, marketing. So just staying in the business world, right? Um, I knew that that's the one thing I wanted to do no matter what. Like I wanted to own a business or I wanted to just study business. Um, but that's the one thing like that it switched sophomore year, and since then, um, it's just been all about school. In terms of like getting good grades and stuff. I think what was the bet if I had straight A's, you each would give me $300.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so and then mom covered the other half, so I got $1,000 senior year for getting straight A's. Um, and graduating and now pursuing my master's, so which is pretty cool. Never thought I'd be in this moment. Like from I think the second podcast that we recorded, I said that I wouldn't even think high school was a real thing, right? Because it's just all in movies. Um,
Yeah.
but no, definitely it switched on. You know, like I felt it. Like it wasn't just like like I want to even say like I wasn't even like I was still an athlete, but I was just more focused on my athletics. Like, sorry, more focused on my academics, um,
Yeah.
which was nice because I think it gave me a purpose for being at that school.
Hmm. Yeah. No. Do you do you regret picking the school that you went to?
No, I mean, I don't think I would have gone to that school if I didn't play hockey. But I would say like the school that I went to is a small school. It's like a glorified high school. Um, and it's an athletic school. It's what it is. I think it's like 32 or 33 varsity teams, right? So
Hmm.
everyone who's there isn't basically the majority is are athletes. Um, so I don't regret it. I think it was a great school. Um, for how much it cost and for where it was in the world and for what it offered. I think it was a great school. Um, one regret, not regret I have, but one thing that I do wish that I could have sat on a little bit more was where I'm getting my master's. It's a no-brainer. I'm getting my master's for free at my school, um, but I kind of wish that like I tried other programs or applied to bigger schools just so I kind of have that in-person. Um, I mean, I have that in-person feeling, but like from Illinois school type base, like in the area, like the Chicago suburbs. Like I kind of wish I kind of had that a little bit, but I don't mind it. It's online for my master's, but no, I don't regret the school that I chose. What about you?
I would agree. I feel like too there was a lot of opportunities that were evident. More honestly, importantly, like I said when I told you about that switch of not wanting to be a cop and choosing the school that I chose was because they were the one of the top in sociology programs, and I really did like it. I honestly enjoyed all of my professors. Though I still got a degree in criminology, but it's technically it has a basis to law studies too. But obviously, all my law classes, I fucking barely. Oh my god, they were so hard, bro. Those law classes really like fucked me up. But I was just it was hard. But just like that like, again that switch of like dang like that's why I don't regret the school that I went to. Um, I do regret not being more social. Um, and I do regret limiting myself. I feel like I wish I was more out there too. You know what I mean?
So are you talking about in terms of clubs, or are you just talking about like in terms of like going out?
Clubs, clubs.
I agree.
Like literally being a part of organizations. You know, just like I
Yeah,
said,
no, I
playing like
agree.
the sport.
Dude, that's the one thing. Like, if you're listening to this and you're going into high school, or you're even, yeah, you're in high school or going into college, join clubs because that sets you up and it kind of allows you to meet new people outside your circle. Um, that's one because I had like I was in the business and entertainment club. Uh, that sounds like a that's funny. Yeah, a sports and business entertainment club where they would kind of have people come in and like talk about the sports industry. But I kind of wish I was just around more a little bit, um, and I
Yeah,
didn't. I was I was I wasn't social. I would say like I kind of only talked to the hockey team, like my hockey team friends. Um, I had some buddies um, who just were students or who were athletes at other things, but I kind of just wish I put myself in certain scenarios where I would meet people that could help me. Like it's just all about networking at the end of the day.
yeah. And at the end of the day, too, it's literally if you're joining a club or a sport or anything like that, it's because you share same at least one interest with the other person doing the same thing. So like I was just laughing because I remember one thing that I try to do is socialize outside of now being an adult playing soccer and stuff like that here. Um, I get one game. I go to one game. Okay. I did terrible, bro. Terrible. I'm 22. These kids are. Am I 22? Maybe I'm 23, 20. Yeah, I'm 20. I'm younger than 25. I'm either 23 or 24. and I'm playing soccer, but these kids are so fast. They're like right out of high school, dude. Like I said, but like I wish that's why I did some clubs in college because I would then have college feel play. And so, like it's something I regret too. Like I said, being part of more sports, it would just been fun just to play that because that's what I like. It's fun.
I think so. My freshman year, um, we there was intramural basketball, and I organized our hockey team to be called the Rebounds. Everyone on our team played, bro. It was honestly so fun, and we had like a whole social media page, um, and we had like crowds at our games. It was that, and like people knew us in the hallways. Again, it's a small school, right? So we had like a social. We even had like a social media manager, which was a goalie on our team, um, and just promoted the thing. And it was like we went 0-10, so we never won a game. Still made playoffs, and that was it. Like it was funny. It was just for fun, man. Like it's just like who cares at the end of the day. Um, but I think it was pretty fun, and
I'm
we
thinking
wore
of the picture.
yeah, we wore which picture of Petro? Oh, dude, that's funny. I made one layup, and I just like this, like I like and then they took like we literally had a photographer at our games because we knew a girl, and she would take pictures. So like we knew like we had people there, like, and it kind of goes to show that like just at the end of the day you're having fun. And I think like the games got chippy. I remember one time it was actually pretty funny. We finished playing like some guys on the volleyball team, and this one guy comes up and he goes, "Hey, blank, how's blank?" And then asking about his ex girlfriend, and then like the whole hockey team like turns around. We're like, "What the fuck did you just say?" And then like he like shut up pretty quick, right? Because obviously it's like, why are you gonna disrespect the man and ask about his ex girlfriend in front of him? Um,
Damn.
so and then he kind of and like I think we were gonna. It was stupid. It would have been like 1v6 us, like six hockey players against one volleyball player. But um, I think he kind of ran away and just was non-existent. Like, and then we found out like no one really liked him on the team, and he was like just a team a toxic teammate or some shit like that. Um,
Mm.
so the games got chippy. That's just how intramurals kind of goes, and when you have that following and like holy shit, like I want this. And I it's funny because other people tried doing what we did, and I've noticed it, but they weren't able to get to the same following as us in terms of um like we weren't like popular, but it wasn't like we were the first team to do it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Trendsetters.
yes, we were that, and then everyone else was like, why don't we do it? But they couldn't amount to like the creativity of us. But no, that was fun, and I kind of got me thinking about intramural sports, and yeah, I think college is a fun time to truly find yourself in other activities. And I
Toma,
think the
toma.
biggest one, and I think the biggest one is that you and I lived away from home, so not only were we finding ourselves through school, but we also were finding ourselves as human beings, as 22-year-old, 21-year-old adults.
Oh shit,
I mean, I
yeah.
lived in a dorm and you lived by yourself, and then you lived with your buddies, and then I lived with my buddies. So like we kind of, you know, feeding yourself, taking care of yourself. Mom and pops weren't there to hold our hand, or mom wasn't there to cook, dad wasn't there to cook. We had to do that ourselves. If we didn't eat, we didn't eat.
Damn, that's hard. Yeah, there's a video that said I wanted to recreate. They thought it would be goofy to do it. There's like, "Mom, yo quiero algo." No, there's two videos. There's one where a guy goes, "Mom, yo quiero algo de comer," and then he said, "Okay, mijo, ven," and then he goes and he's walking, and then he turns into a little kid, and then she has him sit down, and then she gives him food, and then there's another one where it goes, yo cuando era niño y mi mamá está dando de comer, and he's every bite he's going, and then like he's running back and forth. They're just funny because I like that. That's such a kid thing, and I remember that. You know what I mean? Do you? Do you? I know. I forgot where I got why I'm coming from when I said this, but do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I know the concept. I've never seen the videos, but I definitely know the concept of what you're talking about, and it is true. If you're a youngin, if you're a young person, cherish those moments because when you get older, it ain't fun, man. I mean, it's fun to the point where you kind of get to do what you want. You're an adult, but everything, everything is you're not a kid anymore. You're not. Ain't nobody holding your hand or
Ain't nobody
showing. I
holding your
mean,
hands.
ideally, yes. Metaphorically, we're saying, ideally, yes. People are there to help you, but at the end of the day, you are grown up, and your problems are your problems.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. Like literally. If not, no one will. Because you take a shower, cochino, brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like if you choose not to, you don't do it. Just part of the free will too, Jay. You can choose to literally just rot in bed, doom scroll.
Exactly, exactly, and that's something that's not fun. I mean, there's a lot of bad things that come out of there. So, um, I have a question. If you can remember it, or you can kind of turn it in the first night you kind of went out with a group of people. But do you remember your first college party, or the first night you went out with your boys?
I mean, yeah, it was definitely not until I was like I went to some house parties before, um, and with this person that I used to be friends with. But anyway, that person connected me with two other people. Shout out Strobes and Connor, who I mentioned earlier. Um, there, I met first the dude at like his house party, so I do remember it was kind of awkward. And then when I turned 21 was more when I went out. The first time I went to the bar, embarrassing, bro. I got kicked out. My God.
Why were you too
And
drunk?
yes, let's say
Sorry,
that.
inebriated.
Yeah, no, I was fucked. And I went to I bar hopped. I think I went 5 bars. Wait, one. Hold on. One, two, three, four. It was my fifth bar. It was my fifth bar. It was my fifth bar. And when I got there, I remember sitting down, drinking a fishbowl. Every time I had a fishbowl, I just it's a terrible night. I don't know why I kept doing it to myself. But I had a fishbowl there, and that's because I mixed so much. And I already drank earlier when I was at the place earlier pre gaming. And then because again I was new to all of this, um, and they were getting me shots since it was my birthday. Um, it was fun, but I do remember it's like, doof, doof, doof. Someone's in here. You gotta go. Doof, doof, doof. I'm like, who's bitch? Open. Mother. And then he's a huge guy, big guy. Come on, you gotta go. I'm like, come on, man, I did nothing. And like I was, because I was, like this. I was drunk. I was like that. I threw up. That's why he was kicking me out. He was kicking me out because I did that. I was yakking in the fucking bathroom, and then that's why he kicked me out. He thankfully tried to let me get my sweater, but the dude that took me out took my sweater, so I looked like I was just a drunk dummy trying to just stay. He goes, "Come on, let's go." I'm like, "Let's go."
Isn't it sad that not sad, but isn't it crazy that obviously they want you out because you're too intoxicated, but then they kind of just be like kick you out and you figure out your way home. You know
Well,
what I
well,
mean?
that's you
Like
raise you raise a fair point. Yeah,
like that's again, it's not their responsibility to take care of you, but when you're in their facility, it matters. But the minute they kick you out, they're like, all right,
it
go
does.
figure your way home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you're not
yeah,
allowed back
and
in here.
yeah. Do you remember your first experience?
Yeah. So I mean, my first ever party that I went to was in juniors. It was one of my buddy's friends. Um, he was having like a house party, so I kind of went, and it was pretty cool.
Did you remember? Sorry, do you remember when you thought I was Coco when I went to your house? And I was like, no, I'm Spider Man. Your dumbass
Yeah.
told me this is a costume. I could have just shut up knowing where you're gonna cause. No one shut up with anything. You had to give you a fucking black T-shirt, bro. Okay, I'm sorry. Go back to your house party. I'm laughing because that was.
I know
I'm
I'll get
sorry.
to
That
that
was that
moment.
was a, that was a good
But
that was a good
but
time.
so yeah, I mean that's the first thing I went to. I remember same thing. I threw up that night because I had a little bit too many drinks, and I remember I threw up in I threw up in just
Water.
a basement sink, like where the water comes out when so it's in a basement sink. And I remember this one person comes and is like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." They walk away and I go, and then it was funny. But no, um, in college, the first ever party I went to was a football party. That was freshman year because we didn't have a hockey house. So, and that's the one and only party I went to. And then we went out to like bars the rest of the day. But I remember that party because it was like, oh my god, this is so cool. First college, first college party, man. I've watched so many movies. I know what to expect. And even like, I think I was 20 at that time, but they were saying the cops are here, so everyone was running out. Even the 21-year-olds that were running out on our teams, I was like, why are you guys running? Like, we realized that at the end. We're like, why did you run?
Mm.
But from there, we kind of just went to bars and stuff. Then our sophomore year, we got a house. I lived in the hockey house, where we had house parties, and that's the video. That's the reference my brother's referring to. It was a Halloween night or Halloween party or something like that, and I said, um, dress up, right? And he came in a red
Oh,
sweater with a tank top on. He was like, "Guess who I am?" And I'm like, "Oh, are you Coco from the movie Coco? You know, Miguel." Because that's who I thought he was. He's like, "Huh? No." And then he puts on his Spider-Man mask. And I was like, "Oh, okay." But obviously, he's not going to be walking around with a whole Spider-Man mask on. But no,
oh
it was pretty
man.
funny. I think I did have to give you a shirt and stuff. So that was
Yeah,
fun.
because all I had was a tank. That's,
But no, dude,
no,
it
that's why
got
I look
hot
more
in
like.
that
That's why I
fucking
look more like
basement.
Coco. That's why I look more like Coco. Because of the tank. I only wore a tank. I didn't wear a shirt under the thing because I thought it was gonna be hot. And my partner at the time too was like, "Are you sure you should wear that?" I'm like, "No, he said people are gonna wear costumes." And I'm like, "You sure you don't want to dress like anything?" She's like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm like, "I'll be cool." And I get that. I'm like, "Fuck, what am I doing?" And then that's why you have to give me the black shirt. And I wore fucking blue pants that day. Fucking funny as hell. That was hell. That
No,
was
I mean
funny.
it's still. I mean it made sense. I mean again, you didn't have to dress up to the point, but I think like it's like, oh, I'm Spider Man. I think
Coco.
I told you to put on.
You
But
literally said to. You said. I'm sorry. I'm like laughing. Like really, really. You guys don't understand my
I mean
face.
I see the funniness, but I guess
That's
it
right.
was
I
funnier
know
in
it's
his
not funny.
perspective.
I know it's not. I know it's not funny to you like that. I know it's not. But just like I said, because I went there thinking like awesome. Like again, she was saying, "Oh shit." She's saying, "Are you sure you want to wear that?" Yeah, he said to wear it, and I went thinking it would be easy to recognize, and he's just like, "Coco," like that. I'm sorry, it's not that funny. Go ahead.
No, I mean you can laugh. I'm just saying, like for me, my point of view it was funny, but I guess for you, it was more like, oh damn, like I didn't hit in this costume. Um, but no, it was a fun time. We had a lot of parties, a lot of broken things in our house. Piz even got his shoes stolen. Um, so it was a fun time, but it also came with its pros and cons of having the hockey house. But I don't regret it. You know, I love my time there. It was definitely fun. So
Yep.
it was called the Anchor for
The
those
anchor.
the Anchor. It's a hockey house. It was passed down. We kind of got it back. Um, so I don't know if they're gonna get it. Like I don't know who's living in it next season because Nukes is graduating. So I don't know if they're gonna keep it, kind of donate it. I don't know what they're doing, or I don't know if the
Yeah.
landlord's kind of taking a house. But designated hockey house was a fun time, right in the middle of not in the middle of a downtown area, but it was in a downtown area where there was a bar that a lot of students went to because they had like a DJ on Saturday, so it was pretty fun. Um, it was like a 5 minute walking distance, shorter if you kind of were a little bit inebriated. It was a fun time, really fun time. Um, but yeah, I think college is if you get to experience it, experience everything, whether in the sense of joining clubs, going out, like find yourself, like really, really take in the college experience, um, you kind of make your own bed, right? So we made our own beds, and we're fine with that, and I think it worked out, and we are the people we are because of that, or we've grown into people who we can't become, and now this next stage in our lives is, you know, you're making your own bed again. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's well said. And it does kind of finally tie into the last question of like also the mindset through the years, you know. And then I we kind of touched on saying too what we were pursuing, what we studied for. No.
yeah, I mean, we both basically are using our degrees. Nothing wrong if people aren't using their degrees, right? But like I think we're part of the group that studied for something in specific and are now pursuing that something in specific. Um, so so I think my mindset in general it definitely changed. I went in not wanting to go to school, and then I got committed. I committed to go play for the school, and then it was just all athletes for me. For example, just I want to focus on this, focus on that. But then I was like, you know what? Let me focus on my academics, right? Because that's gonna last forever. And then
Mm.
now it's like all academics while still finding myself. And what about you? What would you say for you?
Yeah, no, I would agree. Like I said, I'm also with the degree I'm pursuing right now with my master's. It's still in social services, so I do know that it can be a wide range of things that I can do with it. Because especially if I choose the route to get certified and stuff like that, I'll have the background knowledge and degree in it. You know what I mean? But no, I think it's excuse me, excuse me, goodness, all this water that I was drinking. It's definitely prepared me, and I don't have regret choosing it. I just do think also kind of like what you said too, looking at other schools maybe also would have been nice, but I think I wouldn't I would if I could run it back, I would run it back.
One
I'd run
hundred
through the
percent.
same thing I did the same thing I do. So I mean, as much
Nothing
as I'd love to
changed.
do for yeah, no, honestly, I feel like I needed everything to happen because if let's say let me say this, my two hometown friends, Angel and Julius, they're my brother and my sister too, right? I would have never gotten that experience with them. I got close to Julius because I stayed back home that year. And although we were kind of friends, like remember we were friends in high school. The first time we hung out was senior year February. Like that was like literally the last like we just got close to that time, you know what I mean? Like we're closer to the end. And with that being said, if I went to off to college, I would have never worked with him outside of school. I would have never met Angel, Jason. This butterfly effect, so you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't leave that for the world, you know? Because then that mean although maybe they'd be replaced not I don't want to say replaced, but let's say in another timeline, right? I did go to the 4 years over there, right? I would have never met Angel and I would have never been closest to Julius as I am close to anybody from high school. Does that make sense? So like that's why I'd say I'd run it back exactly the same. Those experiences needed to happen, and I want to take that back.
Yeah, I think my hometown boys will always be my hometown boys, but I don't regret like leaving and finding my own people. Um, Even like for example now, right? They're still the people I found are still good people to me. I still keep up with them, but that's not my life anymore. They're still my friends, and those that will get invited to special occasions will get invited to special occasions. But now it's for me, it's like new things, right? So move on with life while still maintaining those relationships. Um, but yeah, same. I don't regret anything. Um, but I guess what when are you going to graduate with your masters? When's the expected graduation date?
That was the ways to go, baby. January 2028, baby.
Dang.
Because originally it was August 2027, but I lost 6 months while I looked for internship.
Not bad. I mean, everything happens for a reason.
I'll be 27
So
when I
next year.
graduate. No fool, 28.
So then you'll be 28.
No way, because it's January is what I'm saying. I'll be 27.
But we're in 2026 right now. Oh, you're
Okay,
graduating
so
in
let's
December? No, no, no. You're graduating in December. Basically, December graduation.
no
Winter
January,
graduation.
January,
Winter graduation.
January.
But there's no
Shut up.
graduations in January.
But I'm telling you, that's January is the end date of the school. Like, I'll show you the freaking degree
No, I
map and
believe you,
everything.
but there's no. I mean, I guess you're not even walking, so it doesn't even matter. They'll just send you. I mean, unless you are walking, I don't know. I'm not walking.
I told myself, I don't think I would walk, but I would like to actually go and see if I can pick up anything there. Like, I would like to at least go to campus. Like, that would be my graduation. Me going to Arizona for one day, and not yeah, one day. I don't even need longer than that. Like, I'll get there at night or whatever the fuck, and then spend a night there, get to explore the campus, and then that's it. Like, I don't even. Actually, it could be a day trip. Honestly, I don't know how far Arizona is. Low-key. Do you need to take a plane? Right? It's a few hours.
I mean, you can drive, but I don't know if you want to drive.
I'm gonna check
Um,
right now. Arizona.
Hell no, I'm not
Phoenix.
walking. I already have my experience. And it's the same school. Ain't nothing to check. Just send my degree in the mail. That's all I want. And
That's true, bro.
then I'll play the song in California because I finished in December, bro. This December.
This 2026?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Damn, that's crazy, bro. That's
I'll
nuts.
go.
Also, it's a day trip.
Dun,
Um,
dun, dun, dun,
so you're gonna
dun,
have your masters. It's crazy, bro. Congrats,
dun,
bro.
dun, dun. In December.
I'll
Then
be the
we're
last
gonna
one.
go to yeah, we'll go. And then they're gonna do the remix, dun, 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 like the bachata peaches.
Damn. Yeah. Bitches, 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 bitches. Dude, all three of us are gonna have masters. What a flex.
What a flex.
Yeah. We all masters.
Wow.
Got sticko. Yeah,
um,
sticko.
but I think that wraps up the video. I think that wraps up the podcast. Covered a lot. Those who are thinking of going to college, go to college, um, or don't. I think the choice is really up to you. Don't follow the traditional mindset if you don't want to, um, but have a plan. Because if you don't have a
Hmm.
plan, then you're not going to know where to go. So the choice is yours. Remember that you'll be a grown adult whenever you have to make that decision. Do you have anything? I guess I kind of did the quote of the week, but do you have anything to add on that?
Just that was perfectly said. I really don't have anything to follow for that.
Well, we're gonna go play Fortnite right now, but this has been another episode of Manitos podcast. I'm Elejayjay, accompanied by my brother, not from Toy Story, and we shall see you guys at the next video.